Yo, Craig, how would you go about harassing a customer after a review for a review after a sale? So I don't really go about harassing. I just try and focus on getting more sales. That typically leads to more reviews. But what I would say is the best way to do it is just to do a follow up after you see the trackings arrived. Just send them a nice message saying we're a small business. We'd really appreciate your feedback, and give them the link. So it's the etsy.com/purchases, like the purchases section. That's where you review the item. So if you give them a link to there, make it as easy as possible for them, then do a couple follow-ups. But at the end of the day, most people don't give a fuck, right? If they've had a positive experience, they're not going to give a fuck. If they've had a negative experience, then they're going to fucking put a bad fucking review. Like, I guess my question is, do we want to go into a niche with already existing popularity, or is it viable to enter a niche and hope you can move people into the niche with ads? So the way Etsy ads works is basically, in short, it's going on the search, it's going on the key terms, right? So it's let's say you're advertising for water bottles. You're selling a water bottle. If people don't type in water bottle, it's not going to show them that ad for your water bottle. So if there's no pre-existing search there, you're not going to be able to convince people with the ads. So it's intent-based marketing rather than just kind of, what's it called? Intent-based versus what? I don't know what I'm saying. Basically, it's more intent-based. People are already looking for that particular item, rather than with Facebook ads, you're just showing anyone and you're just hoping they'll like it and you're trying to convince them to like your product. Whereas on Etsy, the same way as with Google AdWords, right? When you type in, I don't know, water bottles as an ad will come up at the top, right? Some Fiji water bottles. They'll pay for the spot right at the top. So that's a very different advertising strategy to what like Facebook and Instagram is, where you're trying to convince people that your product's the best, right? And they're not necessarily searching it in. They don't know what they want it. Whereas Etsy ads, your ads show on relevant key terms. So if there's not enough traffic on the relevant key terms, Etsy ads won't even spend, right? You just won't get spend. Just because no one's fucking searching for it. And you won't get sales because there's no one searching for it. So with Etsy, with the marketplace, it's always better to find existing popularity and try and squeeze yourself in there. Or try and find existing popularity, even not necessarily as listings, but as just pure intent to purchase, rather than trying to convince people that this new product's really cool. What you could also do, you could say like water bottle, and maybe you're selling an energy drink and you could say it's better than water, and that would potentially show up in top of the water bottles. Does that make sense? So you could try and do that sort of thing. But again, it's just not going to be the best because your CTR is not going to be very high. And basically Etsy just won't show your ads if your CTR is not high because they value the experience of the customers they have on the platform. I feel like I gave like a 5-minute fucking response to a 2-minute, 2-second answer, but whatever.